Hey everybody, how's your fourth going? Not too bad, just out sitting in a park. Doing a lot of recollection over the weekend. I don't know if it's been good, if it's been bad. But last week, a friend of mine posted, and it was something interesting. It says in the Bible, 365 times it says, do not be afraid. Yet we live our lives in fear almost every day. It could be fear of your surroundings, fear, where you live, fear of your goals, fear of yourself. And we don't need to. I mean, a lot of times it's facing that fear and it's moving towards it so we are able to deal with life. A lot of times it's that fear that you're going toward, that fear that you are dealing with that's going to help you grow and it's going to help you be stronger. I mean, many times, I know I've talked about it when I've done my podcasts and to many friends, it's that step of faith and taking that step, it's scary. I know the other day I did one of the videos and saying that, there's been a lot of things that have really been coming together for me over the past couple weeks, which is true. And I'm not really sure how to think about it. I'm not really sure how to deal with it. Been having conversations with different friends. And, some that want to have the conversation, others not so much, which is okay. I mean, not everybody wants to hear everything. And I know for me, it was just today, trying to find a place to get away, just trying to kind of get out. So I decided to join all the insects so they can buzz in my ear. But, it's not always a bad thing to just get back and kind of get away from things, to just kind of reset. I was actually thinking on the way out here, I shared it with a couple friends, I wish I had a camper. Talk about the ultimate way to just get away. Of course, got to have the truck to pull it. Don't have that anymore, but that's okay. It's just interesting trying to figure out how and where you can get away, where you can escape. And sometimes it's not easy. It's not always a simple way to do. There's just no way to get that taken care of. But I finally figured it out. Actually, the drive out here was very relaxing. It was nice. For whatever reason, a lot of weight just kind of went away. But think about that. The Bible says do not fear 365 times. 365 days in a year. You just have to have one of those carry over for leap year where it's 366. But think about how we deal with that and how you deal with life. How you move forward when you're trying to deal with things that are going on. We all have a past, and we're not sure how to deal with that past, and we're not even sure personally what to do. But how many times do you deal with that, and then you've got people who just throw it in your face? You have people that want to use it as a reminder for you. Not that I want to say I'm used to that, but it happens a lot, and it's unfortunate that people are like that. Remember, I talk about it all the time. It's about love, loving one another, and being there for one another. It's that compassion and the unconditional love that we're supposed to have. Again, one of the conversations I was having earlier today, that, they do not really believe the same way that I do, but we have lots of spiritual conversations. And one of those was, what is it that you are? Who is it that makes you important? Who is it that really gets that strong feeling for yourself? And I said, there's even days where I can use God saying that I'm fearfully and wonderfully made, God saying that I am fantastic, and it's still hard for me to deal with, and I don't understand it. I don't know why. And, you know, again, we're just having a conversation. He didn't attack me. He didn't say anything. We just kind of went forward, and we just kept continuing the conversation, which was good. But think about that. Are you dealing with that fear every day? Are you using that fear to maybe strengthen yourself to move forward? You know, we have to face that, and many times you start a new job, and you're afraid. You're afraid to fail. You're going to college. You're afraid. It's a new step in your life. How many times you take that step that you've got to figure out what it is that you're doing and how you're going to deal with that? It's not easy. I mean, many times, you know, I've taken those steps. Many times, you know, even for me, being in radio, taking that step every day and turning the microphone on scares it all out of me. Yes, it does. Because there's people listening to me. Doing this video scares me because somebody might watch it. But like I always said, even with my podcasts, a lot of it's for me. It's a good way for me to escape and get out. And if people watch or listen, fantastic. And I hope it inspires and helps others. But it really is an escape for me. It's a outlet that I can just kind of speak and just kind of go from there. But deal with that with life. Think about it. What are you doing every day that's making that move forward? And how are you helping somebody else? Are you actually showing them the love that they need, that you should be giving them, because they are scared to? We are all living in fear in one way or the other. Again, we don't always know what people's pasts are like. And we need to think about that. You don't know where people are. You don't know what people are dealing with. You just assume, you think you do, but you don't. That's why it comes down to compassion and love. That's why we need to be treating each other with respect, and we need to be treating each other, you know, lifting each other up, building each other up, helping each other. I find it to be pretty simple, but some not so much. They don't. I guess it's just not a simple thing for them to do, and it's unfortunate. But maybe it's because people haven't shown them that compassion. They haven't shown them that unconditional love. They just feel like they're always second fiddle. They feel like there's really no point for their life. They just never feel wanted. Or it's a want under conditions, because you have to act this way, you have to be this way, you have to do this. And if you don't do that, I'm done. Not cool. Not the way we need to be with one another. But, you know, hopefully you enjoyed this. I'm going to go back and just kind of stare off into the trees for a little bit. Actually, I got some tanks I got to take to a friend of mine. Kept forgetting to take him to his place. And he always can use those extra propane tanks. And I got a couple extras at the house that we don't use. Don't even have a gas grill anymore. At least one that works. So, help a friend out. Love a friend. Be there for a friend. That's what we need to do. Be there for one another. Lift each other up. Love one another. Be there unconditionally. You know, to me, 1 Corinthians 13, we call it the love chapter. I think that needs to be how we live our life. Dealing with one another and helping each other through those hard times. Being the love that many times we talk about, we hear about, but we never see. So do that. Thank you for watching. This is the video version of the Gospel Road. Have a great day. God bless.